Good evening, Bittu.
Good evening, Mama.
What are you doing?
I am reading communication.
Oh, a very good chapter. Can you tell me what is communication?
Communication is the process by which we tell our language to other people and we communicate them.
Language. Only language.
Means
Are you sure?
we tell our words to each other.
No, I'm not satisfied with the answer. Do you know something else?
No.
The process of communication?
No, can you please explain me?
Okay, I can. Okay, now I'll clear your doubt. Communication. A very nice topic you are learning, beta. So let me clear with the topic. Communication. The word communication, it is a process to share our ideas, thoughts, feelings, emotions from one person to other person is known as communication. Now, for doing communication, there is always a sender and a receiver. What they share? They share a message. The sender sends a message through a medium to the receiver. The receiver gives a feedback back to the sender. This, yes, I have received a message. I have understand whatever you want to ask me, whatever you are saying me. This is the entire process of communication. A sender encodes a message, whatever he or she wants to give to the receiver. The receiver gets the message through a medium or channel, whatever you can say. Then what is the role of receiver? The receiver decodes the message. The receiver decodes the message and analyzes it, and then he or she sends the message feedback back to the sender. This is the process of communication. Now, just tell me, do you know the types of communication? Oh, no. Okay, let me clear you now the types of communication. There are mainly two types of communication. One is verbal and the other is non-verbal. These are two types that are main, but written communications is also there. So one more is written communication. Verbal communication is also known as oral communication. It is also known as oral communication. The communication that we do through our mouth, by using our mouth. It can be in the form of face-to-face conversation or in telephonic conversation. We can do telephonic call also to our friends, families, anyone, to whomever want to converse, to whomever want to communicate. Okay, what are non-verbal communication? Do you know the communication, all our facial expressions, the communication in which we don't use our written something or by our mouth. It is done by our sign and symbol language, by our gestures, by our postures, by our facial expressions, that what we are feeling, how we are feeling, by nodding our head. That can be also a communication. Facial gestures, facial expressions, gestures, postures, okay, and all the sign symbol language. Signs and symbol language we use to communicate, to tell someone about non-verbal communication. If someone asks something to us, what kind of face we show? Yes, by shaking our, nodding our head, by giving a gentle smile. These all are our non-verbal expressions. There are some emojis to help you. When we smile, means we are happy. To show a small kind of gesture. This is also there. By seeing our face, someone can guess our actions. This, yes, we are sad. You can see by these images. The person is confused. Okay? These are small things that I wanted to convey you. Now, just tell me what is written communication? Written communication is the communication what we do by writing form. For example, by writing letter, fax, emails from one person to other person by sending notice, memo. These all come under written communication. In written communication, what happens? We have a written proof of a document. Whatever a person can want to say, we have a written record of the message. In oral communication, we can recall the thing, what thing was happened. In non-verbal communication, we can recall the expressions, what kind of scenario was there. But in written communication, we have the piece of message what was given to me. Okay? One more thing is there that I want to explain you the process of communication. Process of communication. The process of communication or the methods of communication, modes of communication, all are same. Process of communication, first there is a sender. The sender encodes a message. This is known as encoding. The sender encoding a message and sends the message in a form of medium or channel to the receiver The receiver decodes the message, is known as decoding also, and sends a feedback back to the sender. While the receiver sends the feedback to the sender, a noise is always there to distract, to trouble. A noise is always coming. This noise is a barrier. A sender should know, my receiver knows which kind of language. He or she understands which tone of language. A sender should satisfy a receiver ego, because if a receiver ego is not satisfied, he or she will not send the proper feedback back to the sender. If a sender sends a message in a different language, suppose he or she sends the message in Hindi language and the receiver does not know Hindi, he or she knows only English, then there will be a barrier. The receiver could not able to decode the message and the receiver will not able to give the feedback to the sender, because the receiver is unable to understand the message. The receiver will be unable to deliver, to give back the feedback in time to the sender. So the sender should know the receiver's language, that yes, what kind of language does my receiver knows. If the senders give the message in the Hindi itself, then the receiver will able to understand the message and get the feedback back to the sender on proper time. This will not waste the time, and the communication, the exchange of ideas or thoughts will be on time and will save time. This is the role of sender and receiver. So main thing what is there, that sender, message and receiver, these three plays a very important role in communication. If the sender is not there, then from where does the message will come to the receiver, or to whom the receiver will reply back? So sender, message and receiver, these three are the most important factor in communication. And of course the medium, the sender should choose a proper medium or channel to send the message to the receiver, Because if my receiver is not able to get the message on the proper time through a proper channel, then what will be from how will the feedback come? It will be unable to get the feedback back to the sender. So, of course, to know the receiver's medium, the sender should send a proper message through a proper medium or channel to the receiver to get back the feedback, and all the communication will be there in time. I hope so. Now you're clear from the topic communication, and for some more doubt if you have, we will definitely cover in the next session. Thank you. Okay, beta. Now just tell me, are you clear with the topic?
Yes, I am clear.
So, what are the three main parts we should remember in communication?
Sender, message and receiver.
Wow, good answer. What is the thing that a sender should keep in mind about whom?
Medium and language.
Language. Language of receiver or language of sender?
Language of receiver.
Receiver. Very good. You should remember always that the receiver's language should be clear. If a sender is not able to encode the message according to the receiver's ego, then does the receiver will able to give the feedback?
No.
Because the receiver will unable to decode the message. Okay? I hope so. You're clear with the topic.
Yes.
And if you have any more doubt, then please tell me.